Good morning. If you're watching right this second, you are watching the replay. I'm Amanda Yoakum with Coffee Talk. And if this is just where you and I sit, we have our first or 18,000 cup of joe together. And I'm looking like this. A little greasy. A little dark circled, typical. Here we are. So good morning. Excuse my nail. I haven't been to the salon for months. Because everything was busy and hectic. So these indentions are actually like my acrylics. It's growing out that much. And so I was like, I'll just keep on covering up with Color Street. So it looks fine. But then yesterday I broke that. So that was the whole tip of the acrylic. Yes, Rach. How accurate is that? I made this myself. I added that to my fancy mug. So, anywho, good morning. I hope y'all have had a great week. It's Thursday. Thursday is one of my busiest days of the week. We have lots going on with our family business and just life in general on Thursdays is nuts. For always and ever, even when I taught school before we had kids, for some reason Thursdays, I always want pizza. Don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm too tired, because I'm a big cook, so I like to cook all of our meals. But by Thursday, I'm like, you either eat leftovers, but John, I really need you to go get me a Little Caesars calzone pizza. Okay? So, but Thursdays, I need pizza. Don't know why. I don't know why I just told y'all that either. Anyways, Thursdays are crazy. But I wanted to go ahead and talk to y'all, not necessarily about the content of actually what's in the email, but I want to talk to you about how you can use this email to really help your business in the months to come. A lot of times we feel like we need to overshare. We feel like we need to tell people things right away and just blah, 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 blah. No, we don't. And I was talking to Erin Stones the other day or yesterday, and she's like, sometimes when I word vomit, it pushes people away. Yes, we don't need a word vomit. A lot of customers would not understand a lot that's going on in this email to begin with. So we don't need to over information them on this email at this moment. So I'm going to share with y'all with how I am going to break down this email and literally will be able to use this email, the content in this email, to produce content for ourselves, for our stories, I don't really do stories, but for our pages, for our groups, for our conversations. This is really, I was kind of like, it's kind of like lesson plans. I'm so excited. I have lesson plans that I could do for my business, and it couldn't be perfect time as I'm relaunching my business, as I'm relaunching my, about the business and my VIP space. I'm relaunching all these things. Not rebranding, but just relaunching, fresh start. Fresh is my new thing. I'm not doing a word this year, but fresh and the word power are two words I've been using a lot. But a fresh start. So I was like, the teacher and me is so excited. It's like my lesson plans. I'm going to go over these things. So in my business group, where it's a group where I talk about the business for people who are looking to be in the business or stylists who are in the business and want to dig deeper and learn more. It's going to be more about before you join the business and right when you start the business type of things. But I'm going live in that tomorrow to share with them, potential stylists, what this month and next month are going to look like. Now, I am a big believer in we don't share information with people, especially if it's some sort of merchandise that they can't purchase within 24 or 48 hours from the announcement. I'm a big last minute tell somebody. I don't like to stall sales. I don't like to stall enrollments. I want things to be natural and organic. And if you give out too much information too soon, you can see stalls and things. But I'm challenging you to print off this email. And for some reason, mine printed off really big font, and I'm so excited. Take a highlighter. I'm a big highlighter person, and highlight things that really speak to you in one color. Your first read or second read, do it in one highlighter. Put it down, think about it, The next day, take another highlighter and highlight again. Because I want you to take 2 or 3 looks at this email. There's so much content in this email. There's so much happening in this email that I really want you to dig into it. Some of y'all may be put off by some things, some of the changes. I know change is hard, or adding things to things is hard. But I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. You need to focus on today, on January, on what's coming in February. Don't worry what's coming in April. Don't worry what's coming this summer. Don't worry what's coming after conference. Guys, we'll get there when we get there. A day at a time, a moment at a time. You know, we can't make assumptions about things and complain about things or worry about things that we don't know everything about it. So why are we even going to put that on our plate right now? No, we're not going to do it. We don't need to. So tomorrow when I go live in my group, I'm going to be talking. I am going to do the whole year review. This will actually be its own live. Actually, you could do this on your personal page too, talking about 2021 in review. These numbers sound fantastic, regardless if someone was in the business back then and coming back, or if you know your numbers from your original to last year. These numbers are incredible. You might have had a personally hard year like I did, but these numbers are still freaking amazing, and amazing to think that in 4 years we've done this much in 1 year. So it's a great tool to talk about. You can break these up in different images. You can do like a whole PowerPoint presentation. I don't do those things, but talk about this. This is a great whole live or whole post or a couple days worth of posting out of this one box going over 2021. I do advise you doing that in January, since, no one really cares about 2021 come February because, it's in the past. We're over it. So I want you to break down this email. But tomorrow in my group, I am going to be talking about the March of Dimes, how we are committed or pledged to donate $1 million this year, and really talk about that. I'm going to talk about the different foundations we've done, how much we have raised, Mr. Park's passion and heart for foundations and causes, and the different stylists who put input into this. And, a lot of these topics are, touch home to so many of us. So I'm going to talk a lot tomorrow about our foundation and about this huge push for March of Dimes. Not push, but this huge partnership we have done with March of Dimes and our pledge towards them. Because I think that's something that philanthropy is a big thing for a lot of people. And I know personally I love working towards something, knowing it's going to help a lot more people than just in my immediate circle, immediate being. So I'm going to talk about that. Then I am going to mention that I'm going to talk about just a little bit tomorrow about the nail care line. I'm so excited about this. My customers are going to be thrilled. I think it's a great talking point for the business aspect, for being a business owner, because it adds value to our lines. That adds product. That adds great ways to make sales. It's a great, innovative way to blossom your business, and what a great way and time to start with this. So I will talk about that just a smidge. But my big push and talk is going to be sharing the March of Dimes. That will not only talk about what we're doing for the foundation. It's going to introduce the nail sets. It's going to introduce what we do with that. It's going to talk about the $2 that goes towards things. We can talk about the past foundations and really bring that in. And then at the end of it, I am going to talk about, this part about the nail care line. And guys, all this information was sent in an email. So it's not like I'm giving away secrets. I don't even get secrets, but I'm not giving away any secrets. But I'm just taking 2 things from this amazing email to start tomorrow, okay? Then I'm going to read through this again and see if there's anything I can talk about next week, or, take a week off the email and do it every 2 weeks, talk about something about this. Use this for the plan. You can plan out the year. Talking about things, upgrades in the website. We can talk about that next month. You can talk about, comp plan changes when we know more about. We don't know things. We don't know what details are, so we don't need to really bring them up. Yeah, there's great changes coming. But if we don't know the details behind it, we don't know to be sharing it with people. I can't answer questions, so I don't know. So all this to say is I encourage you to print this email out. I encourage you to actually read it, go through it with a highlighter, do it again with another color highlighter so you see what really speaks to you. Then take little pieces of this and share it with your business group or share it with your VIPs, whatever pertains to whom, and share little pieces throughout the months. This does not need to be discussed all in one day. It overwhelms me, and I've been here from day one. Use this, and you could take your calendar for the next 6 months and write, okay, I'm going to talk about the new care line. I'm going to talk about additional product line. I'm going to talk about a website, success plan. Go through these and make these a topic. Talk once a month on these things. And it really goes into detail about it. You can even talk about the in-coco stuff. There's things that you can talk about that I feel like are great conversations, that are great things for people to know. But we give them to them in little bites here and there. It won't overwhelm them. It won't overwhelm yourself. So that's your homework, is to make yourself a lesson plan. Maybe once a month is a great idea to go, bring out topics from this once a month. So go through this, make a game plan, use this to fill your calendar, to fill content, because guess what? When I talk about the foundation the foundation with the March of Dimes tomorrow, that's going to open the door for the next week or so, or 3 weeks, to really talk about our past foundations. I could bring out foundation sets I still have in my vintage boxes. I could talk about the money we have raised. I can talk about all these things that are foundation related. So maybe January we'd be talking about the foundations. Then come February, talk about the new product line. Since it says it's coming out in February, you start talking about that in February. And in your February would be talking about the new product line. Then you can talk about other things that are coming, but wait until they're coming to share it. Does that make sense? I'm probably just preaching to the choir, but whatever. But that's it. That's all I want to share with y'all about is really print off this email, look into it instead of getting overwhelmed. Break it down into small chunks and timely chunks that are going to matter to your business today, which right now is the amazing March of Dimes Foundation. There are awareness sets for this month. This is today's stuff you want to talk about. Save the stuff in February for February. Save the stuff in April for April. Break it down. Take it pieces by pieces. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it get your panties in a wad, because, this is all we know so far. We don't know any other details at all. This is all we got. It's all we know. So don't borrow problems until there's a problem to borrow. All right? I love y'all. Make an action plan. Remember, you are taking back and using your power to better your business for a fresh new year. Use this email to help you set the foundation for the years to come. All right. Love y'all. We'll talk soon.